What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mo. I want to say welcome back to mobettakicks. Um, excuse me, I'm got a little scratchy throat, but I wanted to wake up, man, and I wanted to finish the video where we left off last weekend with Kanye. Um, I wanted to finish that video initially, but apparently there are more clips that I recently saw as well that I might want to react to. But I wanted to finish this, complete a full thought. Yeah, I was too emotional last video, and um, it was a lot for me personally. For a lot of people, his words, he doesn't think about what he says clearly, and then he'll try to clean it up while making it worse. But um, first of all, actually, before we even get into any of that, I want to I want to send prayers up to Offset, Quavo, all their family. If you haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, because it's been buzzing, uh, Takeoff, formerly of the Migos, 28 years old, was shot and killed in Houston last night. I've heard a report that it was either in a bowling alley or right outside of a bowling alley. I don't know, but uh, it was over a dice game from what reports are saying. So that's that's outrageous, bro. Dice game, like, and who was it? P&B just got killed at eating breakfast with this lady. Like, come on, man. We got to be better. As people, we gotta be better, man. But I just wanted to take a minute to send my condolences. Prayer, yeah, definitely prayers up for their family, man. But let's hop into this. Let's get into this video. Uh, I I don't want to, but I do want to. I want to because people, I feel people need to be held accountable, and I'm nobody. Um, I just and I'll tell you my. This is why I'm going to speak my mind from now on. Right? I'm a 10-year Army vet. I have PTSD. I've been through a lot, man, a lot. Me, my family, my kids, my wife. We've been through hell. And everybody goes through things. Everybody goes through things. I'm not trying to say my life is any more difficult than anyone else, but we've been put through hell, and I've I feel I've played the role of the good soldier too long. You know, people need to lash out. People need to speak their minds. They need to voice their discrepancies. Some people go way too far, and if you feel that I'm going too far, please let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. But you know, I just I'm done biting my tongue, especially when, and like I said in the last video, my heroes are losing their goddamn minds. And if you did listen to the last video, hopefully you really got an understanding of the kind of love and admiration that I had for Kanye, and you could see it deteriorate um, on his part down the line. But that is why I feel the need. I'm just going to voice my opinion. I need to be heard, and even if I'm not heard, I need to say it. I need to say it for my own mental, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose my damn mind just having these feelings all bottled up, right? But yeah, man. Let's just, without any further ado, let's just hop into this, right? Go to full screen. There we go. Now we left off where we left off. Kanye had just said he understood what it felt like to have a knee on his neck because of what Adidas was doing to him. I'll rewind it a little bit so if we can catch that clip. And that's where I was done. I couldn't. I just cut it off. But that's where we left off. So let's try to pick that back up. Yeah, there we go. And we'll get right to it.
And by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could
And I'm gonna let you know right off the bat. I do not condone this at all either. This he wants to use God, and he does this a lot throughout history. He does this a lot when shit's not going right for him, or you know what I mean. Like he wants to try to use God. Like don't play with that, man. Don't play with that. You've already done enough harm. You can't just randomly let's go play with God now. We're gonna use God to our benefit now. Stop that.
the richest black man ever be humbled other than
And that's another thing. I'm sorry. When was Kanye ever the richest black man in America? Like for real. He's I think I looked it up. He was number nine seven, no, that was men and he was like number seven for men, richest black men in America. Seventh. Not number one. I don't know where he keeps coming up with number one. Why does he keep saying number one? He was never number one. Never that. Don't make sense to me.
to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEF CON, it means to.
And it was never just one comment. I know I keep stopping. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to talk over it a little bit. I don't want to pause as much. This is a 10-minute video, and just from 6 minutes, we did over 40 minutes recording. So I'm not gonna keep pausing, but it wasn't just one comment, right? Like it's been building. And from what I've understand from reports, he was trying to get out of his contract with Adidas. I don't know. I don't know the validity of these reports, if they were actual, like if they're factual, but he, from what I understand, didn't want to be with Adidas anymore for whatever reason. He wanted out. I don't know why they were putting him at billionaire status, but like you can't say whatever the fuck you want and then expect no repercussions. Like yes, even Kanye West has to deal with repercussions.
Get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed.
Yeah.
I must have needed that extra defense.
Are you worried you ruined your legacy, Kanye?
How?
Well,
Stop.
I'm not worried. I'm just not worried. Period. God is alive.
See what I mean?
God runs the world.
Why?
God even runs Hollywood.
Ah.
God is alive, and He's using me right now. He chose me for such a time like this.
Like, this is
to be
nasty.
to basically for the
It's so nasty.
media to put their knee on my neck, for Adidas to put their knee on my neck. All I ever wanted at Adidas, I left Nike because Nike wouldn't give me a percentage for my shoes,
and bro, okay. And I don't know if I'm sure most of you have seen, but this figurative knee on his neck shit sparked some backlash with let me actually find her name. I have the man. We're gonna stop the video for now. I'm gonna pull up this like, I wish I had the full I don't follow him anymore on Instagram, so here we go. Was it Roxy Washington, the mother of George Floyd's daughter? I don't know who's gassing her up, and I say gassing her. I don't know who's putting fuel on her fire, but she's heard, and apparently she's like, "Fuck yeah, we're gonna sue," and apparently she's suing for $250 million. And the way I look at it, if Alex Jones got to pay billions to the families of the Sandy Hook shooting, why the hell wouldn't Kanye have to pay? Same thing, right? Calling it a hoax. He OD'd, whatever. So I'm fully with her on suing, whether she wins whatever or not. You need to stand up for yourself and your family, right? But he started attacking her, and I'll read this. I'll read this. All right. He says, now for Roxy Washington and Roxy Washington alone, I gave $2 million out of my pocket for the family to help George's daughter, your daughter. I can guarantee that most of those that came for me after my comments didn't do what I did, even though with millions of dollars in the bank. Even those with millions of dollars in the bank. How much did BLM give? Many gave words, I acted. Now, because of words, you want to sue me for $250 million when I'm going through an economic lynching. A digital lynching, a social credit score bankrupting. You're either being controlled or you're being greedy. But you better get you some business for God get mad. This is how you try someone who was there for your family. I need my glasses. I'm sorry. This is how you try someone who was there for your family. You will never get money from no one else. God don't like ugly. Look at your motherfucking hat. Now, again, man, I don't know what he expected. Um, like I don't know, and he even from his words, he gave to this family. He was trying to help this family. So why turn around and just shit all over this family like that? And maybe I'm reading it too much into it, but apparently I'm not because she seems to feel the same way. You want to help his daughter, but you're out here belittling her father. The horrible event that took her father away from her. You know what I mean? She's seeing this shit. Her friends are probably talking to her about this shit. It's Kanye fucking West. Hey, you hear what Kanye said about your dad? You know what I mean? And I said it in the last video, I'm pretty sure, but the issue I have, well, a bigger issue I have with this I don't want to call it an interview, but this little pop up message is apparently right outside of arena where his daughter was playing basketball or whatever. Like, bro, what happens? Somebody who ain't fucking with Kanye on an extreme level see him out there talking that talk and just pop shots at him, right? Whether his daughters, like, you know what I mean? They just shoot up wherever he's at. I don't wish that upon anyone, not even Kanye. But like he has to understand what he like. You know what I mean? He has to understand what he's doing, what he's putting his kids through, not just everybody else. And I don't think that's on his mind at all. Over here wanting to fight about uh, Kim keeping his kids from him, but I personally feel, and I don't want to get too much into his family, but I feel he's a danger to his kids right now. I could be wrong. I would love to have that conversation with somebody um, who feels otherwise. But you can't do all this wild shit and then expect it not to reflect your children, right? That just that's just me personally. But I mean, for Roxy Washington, and this has sparked this issue with the statement to Roxy sparked some more back and forth between Ye and Steven Jackson, and I just I mean we know why he's doing it. He's not getting attention for anything else. He needs to go crazy. But man, come on, Ye, stop this shit. Please stop this shit. But again, prayers to George Floyd's family, more so his daughter, because she has to grow up hearing about this bull over and over again. You know what I mean? So I just, it's a nightmare, bro. But let's get back to this little video.
I had the Red October, and my girlfriend at the time was pregnant, and I needed to get some money because if I was the kid that just had the red shoes, I could have never been a black man wearing a red hat.
What does that mean?
When the like Nike
And these dudes, man, everybody around him trying to like that was so fucking profound. What? Let's rewind that. What is he saying?
wearing a red hat.
I didn't go too far. There we go.
He wouldn't give me a percentage for my shoes, and I had the Red October, and my girlfriend at the time was pregnant, and I needed to get some money because if I was the kid that just had the red shoes, I could have never been a black man wearing a red hat.
What is
Man, right.
When the like
what is what? Maybe that's over my head. Maybe I'm not as in tune. I guess. What the fuck is Kanye talking about? What does the Red October's got to do with you wearing a MAGA hat? And all these fucking yes men around him. Ooh, like he just spit the coldest verse in the world. What? Please tell me I'm not the only person that makes no fucking sense to. What are we doing? What are we saying, Kanye? I, all right, okay. And these people around him, bro. Only one guy over here is actually asking some real shit, some real questions. Not being a yes man, not holding him accountable, like he's not attacking him, but he's like on some real yay. You know what I mean? And everybody else is just clown shit.
Nike would have shut me down immediately, right?
Right. Yeah.
But because Adidas was a German company, it gave me a little bit more room to be able to express myself and to actually have a political opinion as an American, that I wasn't forced into a political opinion because of the color of my skin. Now let's talk about the red hat, and let's talk about the similarities to the White Lives Matter t-shirt. The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor that diagnosed me of having a disorder that would have had me on medication right now. At a time like this, if I was on medication right now, then one pill could have been swapped out and it would be Michael Jackson and Prince all over again. But because I didn't take the
And there's another one. There's another horrible fucking comparison. Because this motherfucker needs medicated and he's off his fucking rocker, going out here saying whatever the fuck he wants. I'm trying not to let the anger speak, but somebody go touch Kanye, right? I'm not saying he's going to get shot or killed or anything. Somebody go knock dude the fuck out. Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe, I can't take it back. Nah, Kanye need knocked the fuck out, right? You can't just say whatever the fuck you want, disrespecting all the people you want. Like, come on, bro. Michael Jack now. That's really, and not even based on the music because he made the musical comparison earlier. But one pill, you could have been another Michael Jackson. What? What? Come on, yo. And no shade to whoever it was. Somebody told me in the last video, um, well, I heard I'm short sighted or something like that, and I sound like a hater. Um, I am. I, I I said that. I fucking hate Kanye West. I'm not hiding from that. That's facts, baby. What? I'm sorry. But what did I say? What did I say that was wrong though? Did I lie? You know what I'm saying? Did I not tell the truth about anything that I said in the last video that makes me a hater? Like he's doing this to himself. Nobody's doing this to him. You know? What up, baby? My baby just woke up. He said good morning. But come on, Mike. We got to bring that up. You got to be compared to Mike the way he went out. What?
Diagnosis, and I didn't take the medication. I'm able to speak to you guys clear of thought and transparently. Now let me talk about the red hat. Wearing the MAGA hat, the way that Hollywood's political agenda attacked me and put me to a point of exhaustion was death by 1,000 cuts. Everyone would say something to me, from a driver to my ex-wife to Adidas. Everyone would say something. So when I wore that White Lives Matter, I said, I'm not going through this again.
I apologize for that. Had to go check on my baby, but let's continue the show.
Hey, y'all gonna leave me alone about my t-shirt? Because what's the point
Hold on.
of having it leave me alone? I'm not going to Adidas. Everyone would say something. So when I wore that White Lives Matter, I said, I'm not going through this again. I'm not going. Hey, y'all gonna leave me alone about my t-shirt? Because what's the point of having influence and having money that people could come up and just pinch you?
But don't you think having influence, you have a responsibility?
And that's the responsibility that I'm taking right here.
Don't you think
That's why
those
you asked
You're not
that question.
taking
But don't you think
responsibility.
it's dangerous rhetoric to be anti-Semitic, to say all lives matter or white lives matter? Oh, I'm asking.
You're harping on something.
See what I'm saying? Like, see what I'm saying? Like, this dude's asking legit questions. Like, yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you? And everybody else is trying to harp on him. Like he's not the only one there being real.
Matter anti-Semitic. That's what you
No,
just
I'm not
asked.
saying that's
No, you just said
He
that.
did.
No,
That is what he
but
meant.
you misspoke. But
I
I'm
know what
saying
he meant.
No, you
walk
didn't.
around
That was a
with-
Freudian
didn't
slip.
misspeak.
He knows what dude
I'm
meant.
trying to correct myself.
Okay, correct
I'm saying
yourself.
to walk around with
Do you want to walk back that statement?
Sure, I will.
If you got the chance,
Walk back that statement.
do you think maybe that
No, wait a second. He's gonna walk back.
But I'm saying, you're wearing the White Lives Matter shirt, and Black Lives Matter, and a lot of people think that you're being anti-Black by saying that.
No, how?
What?
And they know what the fuck he's saying. Why they acting like he's not right? We all know white lives matter. White lives been mattering. White lives never stopped mattering. When have black lives mattered? And that's not a debate I want to have. I don't want to get into that debate because ain't shit you can fucking tell me. That's I'm on some real that we know white lives matter. That is not a debate. We don't need notified. Hey, white lives matter. We get it. But somebody tell me when black lives can start mattering. Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people, what he's doing a lot of the times, I'm not saying right now, but a lot of the times he keeps trying to take the message that Black Lives Matter and just attribute the fuck shit from the organization. I don't care about the organization. I'm talking about the people. Ferguson. I'm from St. Louis. 15-minute. Close. We was close to Ferguson. Family still there. Close. Could have been any of them. I take it personal. I got cousins, uncles, always down that way. It was personal for me. Shit, that could have been me going home to visit sometime, kicking it with family. For some reason, I'm in Ferguson when all this shit pop off. That could have been me. It's personal for me. All these senseless murders, whether and but let me explain this because I've always wanted to talk about this, but personally, all right, go down the list, all these unarmed black men and women and children being murdered, right? By police officers, just a police officer involved shooting, killings. None of them are justified to me, and I'll tell you why. Military, there's a order of events, a list of things you have to do before you can shoot to kill someone, right? Warning shot, shoot to injure, like kneecap, something to slow him down. Murder is the last resort, right? And that's my issue with the police. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Don't. I apologize. I do not mean my issue with the police. My issue with the way the police are being trained, because I don't believe they're being taught, and I feel they need to be, but I don't believe they're being taught the way the military is being taught, right? And maybe they should. Maybe police officers should go through 9 weeks of boot camp, basic training, like with the military, trained with the military, rules of engagement and whatnot, and then you can cut back on a lot of this. Was it a justified shoot killing or not? As it pertains to the unarmed victims. If dudes had, I mean, who was it? Fidel Castillo. He had a gun. He had was it Fidel? He had he had a gun on him. He had the permit, and he notified them, but they shot him in the car. I believe it was Fidel, but none of the other ones, from my understanding, that I could think of, were armed. It's and I've had this conversation with my wife a couple times. It's I just don't feel there's any reason to shoot to kill right off the rip. Even if you make the argument they were being aggressive or they were charging or whatever, okay, kneecap them. What is wrong with that? People say, well, you got to have precise. Come on now, how hard is it to shoot somebody in the leg? I mean, if you can get this tight grouping in the straight in the chest, execution style, a lot of these shootings, take out a knee. And if they really value their life, even if you miss, they're going to slow down. They're going to hold, whoa, okay, you shoot now. You know what I'm saying? At least in my mind, you shoot at me, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna duck and cover. I'm not ready to die. I don't believe any of them were ready to die. They might want to. Somebody might might make the argument. Some of them want to look tough. Okay, look tough, but you got guns pointed at you. Don't be stupid, right? Then we will be able to see, okay, this is justified. He actually was trying to he wanted to get shot. He wanted to die. He was on some fuck shit. Or the cop was just escalating. And that's just my opinion. If there's any police officers who come by this video, please let me know your thoughts on training with the military, learning. And I'm not a. I mean, I can ask my brother-in-law or somebody. I ask my uncle if there were rules of engagement for police officers in camp like there are for military. I'll find out. But if you guys are in here, let me know. Do you guys have anything like that? And how do you feel about the idea of working out or training 9 weeks with military? I went to Fort Benning, Georgia, home of the infantry. Trained with Rangers, Berets. Like I trained with some real dudes, and I was just a signal soldier myself. But I mean, some of the things you learn from those other guys that you're training with, you know what I mean? That's invaluable. And if I could benefit from it, the training I went through prepared me for Iraq. The bombings, the shootings, mentally, emotionally, they had me prepared. I'm just throwing it out there as a potential idea. Why couldn't it work for police officers as well? But where are we? Almost 40 minutes already again. Damn, let me just. I'm rambling too much. Let's just finish this. I'm gonna stop pausing.
Let him talk. In America, Black people don't take all the rights that we have that are actually given to us because we weren't given what we were promised in the first place, which was the 40 acres. Instead, we were given
And a mule.
And a mule. Instead, we were given projects and bad food and posters of Oprah Winfrey and also Planned Parenthood.
And I said I wasn't gonna pause no more, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong there. I'm not gonna say he's wrong there. But my issue is, why are projects the way they are? We fuck shit up. We took more prides in our hoods and we clean shit up. We you know what I mean? If we had that kind of community in the projects like the Jewish people do or the Asians, you know what I mean? Like I can't put that on. No, that's us. Start our own community gardens in our projects. Come on now. Put our wealth together, get our own farm, our own raise our own livestock. Come on. I mean, realistically, because I mean, I'm sure a lot of you people know somebody knows a dope dealer. Now you get all that money, right? And let me just we'll do it this way. You get, we'll say, you get 10 dope dealers, right? Um, yeah, 10. We'll say one project, one housing project, 10 dope dealers, right? They all start with an 8 ball. You split that up, you got a couple K just from one. So you flip that a couple times, right? Why can't we now invest? Like they want to still deal drugs, whatever, but invest that money into the community as well, so you can get your own farm, restore your projects. Don't need to live run down. And I'm only bringing that. I'm only saying that because he mentioned we were given the projects and the bad food. Okay, why can't we make that better? Why can't we fix that? I guarantee you, Kanye's not going back to Chicago and hooking up his community. No matter how much she talks, I got I got family out there. Ye ain't out there no more. He over here. He over here in L.A. or wherever the fuck, wherever they're at. Like for real, for real. Drake always going back to Canada. His hood. Snoop never left Long Beach. Well, he might, but he's still. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Ye don't really go to Chicago unless there's a concert. Chance is still there. Come on. At what point do we stop blaming everybody else for our fucked up situations, and do we just take ownership and make them better ourselves? I mean, for real, is that outrageous or unreasonable? We can't restore or repair our own communities. We got to depend on the government. Because I guarantee you, the Jewish people he loves talking about so much didn't wait for the government. They built their own shit. They built their own wealth. And I'm not. I know you hear the Jewish communities, the Asian communities, they like to stick to their own. Okay, I'm not saying that's what everybody needs to do, but as it pertains to black wealth, why can't we open our own banks? We got enough billionaires. We can have our own infrastructure. Why can't we take care of our own communities? Build up these property values in these rundown neighborhoods. That's my plan. That's what I'm doing. That's what me and my lady are working for. We want to get into this real estate game, fix up some places, property values. Right, that's what it is right now in a lot of places, and we're not in no we're not in no rundown neighborhood or no slum village, but we want to make things better. What does Kanye want to make better for anybody else? Food for thought.
People said to me multiple times, visit the Holocaust Museum. I said, visit our Holocaust Museum. It's called Planned Parenthood. 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust, and I am sorry for your losses. 20 million blacks died to abortion, and Planned Parenthood was made by Margaret Sanger with the real KKK as population control. Margaret Sanger is a eugenics and is working today. The number one cause of death for black people in America is abortion.
Where I would love to know where he's getting these stats. I'm not a stat guy. If anybody knows me, I don't do stats. I don't buy stats. I feel like you can find any stat to fit any fucking narrative. And this is fuel for that fire. Because we just got done talking about police shootings, right? Now Planned Parenthood is 55% of all black deaths. Black on black violence isn't a factor. Planned Parenthood only affects the black communities. And again, these people are just eating this bullshit the fuck up. Come on, man.
The most dangerous place for a black man today, or black baby, black woman, is in their mother's stomach.
Really?
And that is a programming that's pushed through.
Seriously?
I got a new word for 2024. The red media. That is the red media. If you go to Apple right now, go to Apple Music. Let's load up the top 10 songs. I guarantee you they're promoting black serial killing.
Absolutely.
Not just one. They're promoting black. The red media is making money off of blacks being serial killers to each other. Also misogynistic. The red media is making money off of that. And God sees it. But
I'm not gonna lie to you, and this is just me hating on Kanye. I admit that, but I don't want to hear shit about the red media promoting misogynistic shit in the black community from the motherfucker who made Gold Digger. Come on, what the fuck are we talking about, yay? Why are we co-signing this bullshit? Why are we letting him get away with it? People who want to call me out because of my views on his fuck shit, why are you co-signing this? Please let me know. Why is this okay to you? This man is not all right. Why can we not just get this man some help?
understand, and I'm not judging because the oppressed becomes the oppressor. And it is our time now. Blacks are coming into money. We are not scared anymore. And I showed you that I crossed that line. They tried to bankrupt me. They tried to say I was crazy, and I'm alive. We haven't had a full black community since the gentrification of Harlem and Black Wall Street, which was torn down. But I know my brothers, my engineers, my architects, my farmers are gonna rise up. And if it meant they had to take me and drag me like Emmett Till in front of everyone because I whistled.
You know, that's actually a pretty decent conversation to have about gentrification, if it's necessary. Um, I would love to have a conversation about that with somebody. I personally, I can't look at it as a bad thing if it rebuilds a lot of these neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anybody should get kicked out of their house just for somebody to come in there and make it a money grab. But if you can lift the values in these communities, why not do it? Why not make these places better? My grandmother still live back home, still in St. Louis. She's pretty much alone. Best believe first chance I get, I'm moving her. She'll need to be back there by herself with that fuck shit. None of my cousins go take care of her. My granddaddy died, passed away. We're going on 3 years now, 2 years now, 3 years now. What? Why not? And she's not in the community that's gentrified. It's not. It's not by any stretch of the imagination a ghetto or anything like that. But it's not a safe, comfortable community that I want my grandmother staying in by her fucking self. Whether she likes it or not, she moving. Believe that. But again, if they and she was a caseworker. This is what I say all that because she's a caseworker. She made decent money. She's retired now. She can live comfortably. Gentrify that neighborhood. She can afford to stay there. You fix up everything around her. Why not do it? Why not hit these communities that are impoverished and boost them up? I would love to have that conversation.
I know my brothers, and I have no reason to lie. My family was taken away from me. My reputation has been smeared. So let's close with a prayer. Father God, thank you. Thank you for keeping me alive.
Let's close.
Thank you for the voice. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you for the experience. And thank you for the love. Because even though the real hate is what's happening on the media, and the idea of DEF CON was to get protected for a time like this, let's lead with love. I have no association to any hate group. If any hate happens upon any Jewish person, it is not associated, because I am demanding that everyone walk in love. Even though there's been things that have happened wrong to me that made me want to speak up, that you guys saw in the past 2 weeks. You saw the power. You saw Ari Emanuel come out in public and ask, if that happened in public, what do you think happened in private? And what do you think happened in private to so many people for so many years? But what I'm telling everyone, no matter what background you are, no matter what socioeconomic class you are, walk with love right now. Do what God would want. What would Jesus do? Walk with love, spread happiness. I thought that I wasn't gonna be like MLK and stand there. There's times I felt very Malcolm X, but for some reason, God has called me to love and to ask for love for everyone. It's time for us just to love, because love is the answer. It is the only way. Gandhi said, someone who was actually considered to be a racist, right? Gandhi said, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Jesus, Father God, spread the love, put the love in our hearts, and know that we are not each other's enemy, but we're all children of you. And you can bring this world to a peaceful place on earth as it is in heaven. In Jesus' name, amen. Love you guys.
Thank you, Kanye.
We love you. I'm done with my energy's done.
Thank you, Kanye.
All right. I'm speechless, bro. Now I want to show this real quick before I close this off. Just to give a little insight. All right. DEF CON 3. According to a veteran, DEF CON 3 means force readiness increased above normal levels. It would mean there is an increased regional tension with possible U.S. force involvement. Under this warning, the U.S. military will have 15 minutes of warning prior to launching operations, which means it's go time. Shit's live, not defense mode. It's I need to go at somebody's neck. I just wanted to drop that in there real quick, because there is some confusion as to what DEF CON 3 actually means, and that what I just showed you is my understanding of what DEF CON 3 means. I only spent 10 years in the military. A lot of people who spent longer might see it differently, but like I said, from my training with Rangers, Green Berets, Red Berets, that is my understanding. I don't believe it's up to interpretation at all. I believe it's pretty cut and dry. But that, again, I could be wrong. But I apologize. This video is so damn long. I hope you guys will give it a chance, watch it, give me some feedback. Man, and I just feel like there's going to be more and more Ye to talk about on some real. He doesn't stop. He doesn't. I hope the family of George Floyd gets what they deserve. I hope he should be held accountable to that same standard as Alex Jones, um, and have to pay them something in restitution, and not just on some they deserve money kind of thing, but he should be hit where it hurts right now. You can't just go out there and say whatever you want and offend whoever the fuck you want without repercussion. This family is I'm sure they're still grieving. Like how do you get over that? You know what I'm saying? The way he died in the middle of the street, nobody could do anything about it. No, we're not going to use his death as a punchline. So I definitely support the family. Well, I guess it's just Roxanne, I believe, but you got to think about how much harder he's making it on George Floyd's daughter. You know what I'm saying? But I've rambled on far too long. I apologize. This is so long. I'm gonna I'm I'm gonna make sure they're shorter. I promise you. I'm gonna stay under half an hour. 15-20 minutes is where I'm gonna start aiming. But maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do make sure I only do 15-minute, 20-minute clips, and I'll just break videos down uh, into those clips. But yeah, if you did watch this, if you're still here, I appreciate and love you right now, man. I know this is way too long, and I apologize. But like I said, we're gonna crack down, make better use of time. But yeah, man, if you enjoy this content, or even just enjoyed a different point of view, you don't have to agree. But if you enjoy just having a different point of view, please hit that like, hit me in the comments, and let me know what you let me Kanye and all the things he's doing. And man, I appreciate all you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Like I said, like, comment, and we'll catch. Okay, people, I'm really excited about this. Right, so I'm on my interview thing. Right, I got three big time. Drop no names yet, but I'm really excited about them. And hopefully this week we'll get one done. I'm shooting for tomorrow, but if not, this weekend. Stay tuned because I'm getting out there. I'm messaging a lot of different. If you watch my live with Sneakerhead on a budget, but um, show big 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 time influence on me. I love that man. Shout out to DJ. Me, he wants me to get monetized and we'll do our interview. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get monetized. DJ. So please help us get to that where we need. We need a little under 500. I think we're over to the 590, 591 we're at now. So there's the watch time up. So we're gonna make sure our videos are cut down so everybody can enjoy the content. But that's all I got for today, man. Stay tuned for these next interviews. And until next time, peace.